Welcome back, and now tune into the other side. The other side of sports is your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's Aaron. We here, we rocking out, dog. Aaron, you out VA, dog? You about to be at the Wizards' new stadium,
Hell no. Ted will never get another dollar from me.
dog? For those who don't know, the Washington Wizards and the Capitals are moving to VA, dog. The Bama he just
Get
did
him
it
out of here.
under the radar. Didn't even try to like prep the people. No, like they got a press conference coming up Thursday, I think, this week to announce that the team is moving out of the Washington, D.C. area. Uh,
Let them go. They trash.
they are trash, though.
This the thing. Ted is a complete fraud, dog. He's a complete fraud. He's trying to use this to manipulate DC into giving him $600 million to update the stadium. Virginia ain't gonna give him $600 million. Let him go. He the complete
Yeah.
opposite of Abe Polar. Let him go and get DC a new team. Let them be the Northern Virginia Wizards and bring the Bullets back to DC.
Dog, you
They're
going?
garbage.
Yeah, they're bad, dog. They're bad. And Embiid almost put 50 on them again the other night. They just, I mean, literally, I don't know why he just don't sell the team, dog. It can't be profitable, dog. It can't be profitable. And Ted he's gotten away with a lot, dog. Dan was here, and everybody slandered Dan, and it was all up in arms, and
He
you
wasn't
know,
doing stuff like this.
yeah, he wasn't doing stuff like this, dog. And then, it was just a whole bunch. We could talk about all the regime changes and the coach after coach after coach and the player after player, failed player after failed player. Like it just, bro, this joint is in shame. I don't even watch no more. I don't know what happened, Aaron. I used to
At all.
care.
At
I used
all.
to watch the games. I used to be pressed. If the joke come on 7:30, I'm like hurrying up to get home to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I used to care. Now I really just don't care at all.
The
No,
product is
I'd
terrible.
rather I'd rather watch
Their best player
BET,
gets
dog.
11 points. Their best player gets 11 points
The joke
more
is
often
just
than not.
horrible, dog. It's so horrible. It's so bad. It's so ugly watching it. It's really no point
It's
to even turn on your
it's
TV.
overpriced.
Yeah, so I don't even know their record. I don't know what's going on with the team. I really could care less, and it's an unfortunate that it's gotten to that place because for the longest, Aaron, we cared, dog. We cared about who they drafted. We cared about their record. At least there was some semblance of like maybe this could turn around, and none of it, dog. None of it. So I mean, this is just at the point where if they moving out of town, so be it. Who cares, dog? I
Yeah,
mean,
get them out of there.
I don't think it'll actually. I don't know what the move is or the thought process behind it, but like nobody goes to really see them now. Them going to Virginia is going to just make it worse. Like, dog, I'd rather take my daughter to Chuck E. Cheese than to spend money and go watch them clowns, dog. It just,
And
yeah, it
terrible
just,
teams don't get new stadiums. It's all fraud. It's all a ploy to try to get Big Tooth Bowser to give him a check for $600 million, but it's not going to fly. The team is trash.
it's not gonna happen, dog. It's not gonna
Ain't
happen.
nobody giving you $600 million for that Jordan Poole contract and Kuzma. No, nobody want to see that. We can go to the rec league and see better basketball. We can go play in a
Yeah,
rec league and play better basketball. So hell no,
nah,
nobody tripping
yeah,
off of that, dude. Go right
facts.
over there to Virginia where you belong.
Dog, let's talk about this. Josh Giddey still playing, Ern. I can't
Of course
believe
he
it.
is.
Anybody else, and something, dog, to me, it's so strange because people are not even willing to talk about it. Like they not even talk. This they slandered this man with Deshaun Watson for 2.5 years, dog, on allegations. Like while this Bama was being investigated, this Bama was sitting on the sideline, couldn't play. And granted, I know the NFL and how they navigate stuff is different than the NBA, but this is egregious, though. The Bama, whether knowingly or unknowingly, dealing with the girl was in junior high. It was a junior in high school, dog. I almost went to junior high school, middle school. But dog, you might as well listen, bro. That's egregious. And anybody sitting here trying to defend it, talking about, well, she was in a club with adults and he shouldn't, how is he supposed to know? And this, and that. It's like,
You ask for
dog.
ID. That's how you know. The same way you do anything else. It's up to you to know. Like, ignorance is not a defense.
Yeah, dog.
It's not a defense. And
the
she
Bama
clearly
should
looked
not
at it. It's
be
not
playing.
like she was
Yeah,
like
she
one
do
of them
look
joints that
like
look. She looked like a kid.
she looked like a kid, dog. She looked like a kid. You see this young, you be like, yeah, don't you got some homework or something? Like, you could just tell, dog. I just don't know how people can try to excuse this behavior. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, he in certain areas you can mess with youngins that's young. Like, stop it, dog.
But they suspending Kyrie for posting Amazon videos. Stop.
Dog, it's a double standard. And I don't know why, Ern.
Yeah, you do. That's a lie. You know good and goddamn well why this Bama still playing and why Kyrie got suspended for tweeting an Amazon video.
Dog, and he
They
made him
act
pay
like he
money back.
directed and filmed it. Huh?
And he had to pay money, dog. They on the sideline slant, dog. If anybody is playing against them in the league and they're not bringing this up or this is not a story, I just don't understand. All these other storylines.
They need KG back in the league.
Yeah.
Put KG back in the league. He ain't gonna want to play.
He ain't gonna want to play, dog. If KG back in that jump, because KG gonna slander that Bama to the point of no return. KG still slandering, dog. You don't think he still play how he talk about Bamas, dog?
Right.
Yeah. Josh Giddey should not be playing. It's egregious. And we're going to keep talking about it, dog. They not telling. I think they honestly think the story just going to disappear and go away and be off people's radar.
That's how it go. That's how I go with them.
Like, they just going to stop. If we just stop talking about it, then it'll just go away. Dog, they say they're doing an investigation. I want to know what happened from the investigation. I want to hear what happens, what comes out of it. The girl actually MIA. Whatever the girl is, she MIA. I guess, she closed down her account and try to disappear. I guess the family not trying to press charges or do anything, as far as so money being passed under the table, dog. Something's happening. And I want to know. I'm gonna keep asking about it until we get the resolution. I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I'm gonna start tweeting about it, dog, till we find out what's going on. First of all, the Bama should not be playing in any NBA games, dog.
Until the investigation is over.
Till the investigation is over, they find out and get clarity around what happened. The reason is because allegations like this of this nature are too serious to just be handled from such a casual manner. Because you're basically saying that this is permissible. Yeah, dog. I need to know the truth. On to some other sports, dog. Monday night had two football games. We saw two upsets. The I don't know how in the world the Titans beat the Miami Dolphins, though. The jump was so
No, there was a 14 with 3 and change to go. I turned the TV off, went to bed.
Dog, these Bamas, I won my fantasy game. The Bama I was playing against had Tyreek Hill, so I'm not really complaining all that much. But they shut Tyreek Hill down. They shut the Miami Dolphins offense down, except for Raheem Mostert. But that's what I'm saying. Anything can happen. This jump rigged. Bama's pulling. Then on the other end, the Giants and Danny DeVito.
Better than Daniel Jones.
They got the what was the his agent from Jersey Shore. Hey, Danny DeVito better than Danny Jones, though. I know his name, Tommy. His nickname Danny. But I did. I think they got their quarterback, dog. They should have gave him the bread. Take the money from Daniel Jones and give him the bread. Yeah, that jump. I mean, you had I'm disappointed in Jordan Love, dog, in in the Packers because to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, to have like the winning streak, to beat the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, like you're going up and then you have a letdown, and I yeah, it just you can't lose to the Giants, and it's just a bad
Your
loss.
boys
It's
lost
just a bad
twice.
loss. Who's that?
Your boys lost to them Giants twice.
Oh yeah, they did. They trashed, dog. They trashed. It's time.
At
It's
least they
time
didn't
to
lose
move.
this week.
At least they didn't lose this week, but they ain't lose because they ain't play.
Exactly.
Because if
That's the
they would have
only way.
played, they'd have lost too. Dallas Cowboys look good, Aaron.
Yeah, they smashed the Eagles.
Is this year different?
I mean, they've had a lot of years where they dominated the regular season. I think everybody's anticipating what's going to happen in the playoffs, especially with Dak, especially with Dallas. You know, they waiting to see if this same thing is going to be maintained throughout the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And the seeding is going to be kind of important. Like, they still got a chance, it look like, to get the one seed if, even though Philly's schedule is easier down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it seemed like when they play at home, they way more dominant than when they play on the road. So
We gonna see. We gonna see what happens with them. Other sports, though. I think it's time to call Zion Williamson a bust, though.
he had 36 last night, didn't he?
I don't care what he had the other night. The Bama played LeBron and them and got mud hole.
He a
And
fat
the
boy. He
plan,
don't care about
and
basketball like that.
yeah, he don't care about basketball, though. He don't care about basketball. Yeah, I just it's so disappointing because I think that he does
I
have talent,
told
but he
y'all niggas.
yeah, you told
I
us, though.
told
You
y'all
told
niggas.
you said John Morant was better, and I fought you a little bit on it, but I was like, either way, 1-2. But dog, the thing that just burns my blood, dog, when you a big soft cookie though should be dominating and you you play like a square. I can't stand it, dog.
No,
I can't stand it.
the easiest thing to evaluate in a player is effort and discipline. And when you look at his
Mm,
body from high school to college, he made no effort. It wasn't a drive in him to be the best. He
mm,
just wanted to rely on the dunks and the bounce and the athleticism. Like, usually guys, even if you in high school and you play in this rinky-dink town or wherever you play, some hood school, where the coaches might not be up to par with the other Bamas. But when you always say, once this Bama get on that college workout plan and weight room and strength training, your game is supposed to go up another notch.
it's
Your
supposed
your
to.
your body's supposed to go up another notch. His is going in the other direction, which tells
He
me, one, the
regressed it.
Bama's undisciplined. He doesn't care. And at this level, apparently nobody can tell him that he don't listen.
Dog, he might be at 300 pounds, though.
He gotta be. If I'm 240, this Bama gotta be 3 bills.
That Bama looked portly, dog, at the line. He looked,
He's like a
yeah.
cartoon. No muscle definition whatsoever. All straight in curved lines, though.
Gotta get him out of here, dog. He really is not. What do you think about on the other end? LeBron and them in the playing tournament win. Does the win count? Is this just a consolation prize for them since they're not gonna win the NBA championship, or is this really like the juice that they need to give them the confidence to really shake some things up this year? You think it's fool's
I don't think
gold, or you
confidence
think
is the issue. I think it's Anthony Davis. When he dominates, they win. If he doesn't, they don't. And the Bama was dominant in the tournament, especially in the championship game. So it's just heavily dependent on a dude that is inconsistent. Now I don't know what drives him to perform or not. It's strange almost how the Bama could be so dominant and then so regular, and there's nothing you can really point to. Like, it's not his body. You can't blame his body other than like the injuries. But and it's only really two centers that can give him work, like Embiid and then Joker. Other than that, he pretty much can dominate anybody else at the 5 or the 4. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is with this Bama or what. I just don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the moment where this Bama just grab his ankle or his leg hurt or something like that. Because he's just been injury prone over the years for different reasons. I mean, right now he's playing exceptionally well. And if that can continue, you're right. Like they could be in a conversation. And I think when they envision putting a team together and they added Anthony Davis, like that's what you envision. You're like, this guy can give you 25 and 12
right,
easy. Right. And then, if he really
and be the
does,
best player on the team as LeBron ages.
Easy. And so but can it be sustained? And that's the question that, we keep asking ourselves, like, can he sustain the high level play? And we just don't know. I mean, it's a long season. And for the short term, I think that the fact that they had to play in tournament bodes well for him because it's at the beginning of the season. And it's like before the wear and tear of the season really comes upon you, you can kind of like get a win and get a W. But I don't know. They got a little squad though. They got a little squad. I know that the Lakers, they keep trying to make moves and they trying to add pieces. And I know they were trying to get DeMar DeRozan and add him to their squad. And we'll see what LeBron is up to and what he's able to like fandangle and pull together. But yeah, it's just, I think that they can hang their hats on the fact that they did win the playing tournament. I thought that Indiana Pacers would give them a little more go than they gave them. But when I saw what's the center play for the Pacers, that Bama was shot. He shot more threes than Halliburton.
He like a tranny. Yeah. What's his name? Tranny Bama.
Stop.
Joanna Mandre. What is his name?
Hey, no, you can't. You can't go.
He went to Texas, I think.
No, you talking about hold on, let me see the roster.
Bama that be sitting with his legs crossed with the Rumpelstiltskin shoes on. I can't think of his name.
You talking about what's his not Jalen Smith, Miles Turner.
Miles Turner.
Yeah, dog. That Bama shot. He shot more threes than Halliburton. If you got your center shooting more threes than your best scorer on the floor, you got problems. You got problems, and you can't expect to win with that formula. I'm surprised dog. In my day, if you were tall by default, you was gonna sit on the bench if you pulled a tray. Like if you shot the ball outside the key and you was the big man, come over here, brother. Sit with me. Come on, sit beside me. Now it's one thing if you Durant and you could do it, but like no,
right?
That's not your game. That's not your game, bro. Miles Turner, that's not your game. That's not your game, dog. So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get over to these games for this week. Some of the storylines. So, first storyline, dog, Kadarius Toney. Can the Kansas City Chiefs just cut him already, dog? This Bama sorry, Aaron.
The joint that irritates me about this is not breaking news, but the fact that they made bad decisions with their personnel at wide receiver, they keep putting the blame on Toney. It ain't his fault he a bum. Everybody knew he was a bum. That's why the Giants got rid of him. And then the first few games of the year, he proved he wasn't worthy of the spot, but because they don't have anything else, they keep forcing this man in these positions to make mistakes and hurt the team. You should have signed Tyreek Hill. Or you could have traded for Devontae. It's so many receivers that was available. They chose to go the route that they wanted to go. And so, like, you got to live with it. That's part of what comes with the decisions you make. And then
Does
when you
this
talk about the enemy not being on the team and holding Bama's
Mhm.
accountable, like you can see that soft touch that Andy Reid and the other guys got. Like, it seemed like it's no accountability with Tony or the receiving room in general.
agreed? Agreed. Is that yeah?
Where you
And
go,
you saw
like you can see it's missing.
yeah, you can see it's missing. And you can see it's frustrated for Patrick Mahomes, though. I mean, literally, Patrick Mahomes makes all the throws, dog. I mean, he's having an off season. There's been more interceptions than he's had in his career this season. But dog, a lot of the games they should have won. Bama's dropped passes wide open. There were countless opportunities
Has he
where
ever had to
Pat
play without
Mahomes
Tariq
made the right. He has not.
other than the Super Bowl year?
I mean, yeah, I mean, last year was the first year they didn't really have Tariq Hill there, and they still was able to get there, dog. But the
And they
other
had the enemy still.
difference was the enemy was there, dog. So there was a level of accountability just on the receivers and what they needed to do. So it's just a little bit different. And right now they just look like they just lost. They don't have the answers, and it doesn't seem like Randy Moss not walking through that door anytime soon. Even though if Randy Moss did walk through the door, they'd be better off. I think Randy right now can help them Bammers considering what they got.
Right.
So, you know, it's just unfortunate. And you saw them, you saw Patrick Mahomes visibly upset after the call where they scored a fluke touchdown. I mean, dog, Travis Kelsey is a beast because I I don't even know if you even have the autonomy to be able to do plays like that anywhere else. But
Right. He the only
Tony
one that does
scored the
that in the
play.
league. The only one.
He's the only one. He's the only one allowed to do that. You do that anywhere else, though, you might not play on it. You might not play again. So but the jump worked out and went for a 6. But of course, Kadarius Toney was out offsides, and that jump just came back to haunt him. And apparently, like I saw the game replay, the Bama was offsides a lot. They just didn't call it. So of course, it's Stern. No, when Stern's orders, they probably. I'm telling you, this is how Stern's orders work. Because
Vegas
Bama's be
cake
like,
this weekend.
"Go, they'll be."
Vegas
Dog, Vegas
caked.
cake. They cake every weekend, Aaron. Let's be real.
Dog,
Let's be
no,
real.
this weekend though, the Dolphins losing to the Titans, cake. You talk about Green Bay losing to the Giants, cake. It was like two other big upset. The Lions lost to the Bears. Cake. This was the biggest week Vegas ever had, probably, dog.
No,
This is the biggest
they
week of
came
football
up.
Vegas probably ever had. I want to check the books and see. Anybody that had a
No,
parlay with teams on the joint lost, guaranteed.
no, and the thing is, they know what the percentages are for the parlays. It could be 6 games. They be like, all right, all the money is on these two teams. We don't even have to. These two teams is tied to 1,100,000 parlays. If one of these
Exactly.
two teams leaves, it's all of the parlays is done, dog. Bama's is screw. We get all this bread, like you know what I'm saying. And so they know what it is. They know exactly what it is. So it doesn't surprise me. But I'm gonna tell you this: the spread was -3 in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs, and they know they were like, oh yeah, that jump. They probably saw that he was all sides all game long, and they just tucked that jump in the waist like we just gonna
In the
hold this
back
until
pocket.
we
Yeah,
need it.
yeah, yeah,
Till we
yeah.
need it. Aaron, you know how it worked, bro. You know, I'm telling you, the Stearns orders joint is that
And
joint is
New York be watching the whole time. So New York probably the ones like, hey, pay attention to Tony. Like, is Bama lining up off sides every other snap?
dog.
Don't use it now, but we gonna wait till the fourth quarter.
Dog, you already know. You already know how it go. And these Batman's like, this is the thing. Like people will be like, oh, well, how's it rigged? I'm about to tell you. These Batmans have cameras for every angle. They see, and they got, I wouldn't be surprised, Aaron, if they got the biometric jumps, like looking at analyzing the game for all the like aspects of the game as the game's being played, and then be able to like report information to them like that they can use to like tip the game forward or backwards, holding calls, anything. And I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know this to be true, but I wouldn't be surprised if them Bammers got like little indicators attached to the referees, like for certain stuff. Like
Like the
if
Buzz
this jump,
Bammers.
like if this jump go off, it's automatic. It's a holding call.
Just throw the flag and then we'll tell you why after.
I wouldn't be surprised, Aaron. Dog, it's billions of dollars on the line, dog. And you just imagine, dog. To us, it's like $5 parlays, $10, 12, 15, 50. You know what I'm saying? But to them, if it's 100,000 people at 5, 10, 15, 25, $50, how much money is that, Aaron? Dog, 100,000 people at $5. How much is that, Aaron? That's a lot of money.
500,000.
That's bread. And all you gotta do is
500K right there.
is buzz one Bama on the hip and just be like, "Hey, young, we need that. We need this one. We need this one. Thank you." All the other jumps you can call straight up and down. And if some fluke stuff happen and you win that jump too, so be it. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game, bro. Just be careful out there. I know shout out my man Jay. I know Bama's is getting once that hook get on your side, it's hard to get away, dog. Once they hold you, you try to run your route. It's just all right, we got the games. All right, starting off Thursday, LA Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Dog, can Stanley be fired already? At this point, Herbert don't
What
want
it
to
is
even
about this
play,
Bama.
dog.
He got pictures of the owner naked. It got to be.
Herbert don't want to play no more, dog. This Bama finger broken. He out for the season. I think the jump fluke, Aaron. I think it's fluke. I'm not saying he faking his injury, but what I'm saying is it's a convenient injury. You know what that is. Like when I'm hurt
Like Steph.
just enough to
When
not
Steph
have
didn't
to
want to play
play.
without Klay Thompson.
I'm
So he
hurt
went ahead and
just enough
sabotaged his whole
as
year
an excuse.
so people wouldn't say they missed the playoffs.
There you go, dog. It's a business. And right now, Staley should have been fired 3 weeks ago, and now this is like a little out for him. But I don't care what happens. He should not be back next year. But I could see them pulling a move like I could see them pulling a move with Kellen Moore is now the dude running the show. I could see that happening. The offense looks abysmal,
But the offense
and I don't
wasn't
care
all that
what
good. Yeah, the offense wasn't
I
that
don't
good.
care what they're gonna
They
say.
need to be
They're
calling
gonna say
the
all the analytics. They can say whatever they want about the analytics. Oh, they're better on third downs and this, and that. Dog, they look worse. And it's inexcusable to not be able to generate no points against the Denver Broncos. I'm sorry. Their defense is good, but they had a lot of injuries, and they just could not move the ball. And like they're not utilizing Eckler right, and it just it's all bad. So to lose Herbert, you really just see it in the season. You can see it in the season. So I mean, it is what it is. But in this game, I think the Vegas Raiders are favorite -3. I'm going with the Vegas Raiders.
Got the Raiders.
All right. Minnesota Vikings at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are favorite -4. Minnesota is going away from Josh Dobbs. They are benching Josh Dobbs and going with Nick Mullins. Is this a mistake?
He looked all right the last game. He looked all right the last
Nick
game.
Mullins. Nick Mullins it is, dog. Okay, so Nick Mullins, the start for Minnesota. Both Minnesota and Cincinnati still like kind of in the playoff hunt. So who you got?
Damn shame. I'm going to go Cincinnati.
I'm going to go with
Actually,
Cincinnati.
no. I'm going to go Minnesota to cover.
Okay.
You said 4, right? Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota
4.
to cover.
Okay. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are favorite -2.5. Pittsburgh with Trubisky just kind of regressed. George Pickens is not happy with just his involvement in the offense and had a few outbursts, and it just looking like the Pittsburgh Steelers are falling apart. Um, you know, they'll blame Tomlin and want to fire him. If Tomlin is available, please,
You got to make that happen.
please, you have to do everything in your power to get him. Everything in your power. Um, in this game, I'm gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts minus the 2.5.
Um, I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay. Denver Broncos at the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are favored -4. Detroit all defensively has just looked not as good. Um, Offensively, they seem to be able to score points and get down the field. But defensively, they just don't look good at all. I'm going with Denver to cover.
I'm going Denver too.
Okay. Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Panthers
Trash.
look like this season's a wash, though. They might have to pick a new quarterback, and it just they look bad. Atlanta
How? They don't
Falcons.
have no first round draft pick. They stuck.
Oh, that's terrible. Atlanta Falcons are favorite -3 as the away team. Interesting. Carolina's
I'm
played
gonna
a
go
little bit
Falcons.
better at defense. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers plus the 3.
Yeah, I
Chicago
got Falcons.
Bears at the Cleveland Browns. Browns are favored -3. Joe Flacco been out there, Joe, looking all right, Ern. Flacco got a little bit of juice left
Then
in the legs.
then take the Browns. I got the Bears.
All right, I got the Browns, though, minus the 3. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Green Bay Packers. Packers are favorite -3.5. After that performance on Monday night, nah, Bob. I'm going with Tampa Bay plus the three and
I
a
like the
half.
Packers.
Okay. Houston
That's gonna
Texans
move
at the
down to 3
10.
before the.
Oh, agreed. Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Titans coming off the big Monday night win, keeping the season alive, or at least with a pulse. Houston Texans coming off a loss where CJ Stroud goes down with. Did you see the hit? Dog, his head bounced off the ground, dog. It looked bad.
I ain't see
He
it.
left the game. He left the game with a concussion. If you go watch the replay, you'll see like his neck snapped back, and it looked bad. So I don't know if he's gonna pass the concussion protocol. He did walk off on his own volition. So we'll see what the outcome of that is. It's still early in the week, so that's yet to be seen. But the line is if if um if CJ Stroud is out, the line is in favor of Tennessee Titans -2.5. I'm anticipating if Stroud is playing, that'll change to Houston 2.5. So this line could flip flop just an amount of if CJ is playing or not. Um, so I'm gonna go with Houston. I'm gonna go with Houston.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Houston.
Okay. New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints. Saints are favored -5.
Give me the Giants.
Saints have been up and down. I'm gonna go with New Orleans, dog. I'm gonna go with New Orleans. I can't see Danny DeVito keep cooking Bama's. Like, yeah, I'm going with New Orleans minus the 5. New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. Jets let Zach Wilson come back. I actually called the upset with the Jets winning the game. I
They
just had a
smacked them
feeling,
Bama's
dog.
too.
Yeah, they smacked them, dog. I just had a feeling, and I was like, yeah, their defense is stout, and so that's going to keep them in games. But they're not going to beat the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins going to get right, and they gonna wash the Jets minus the 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami.
All right. Then you got Kansas City Chiefs at the New England Patriots. Patriots are, they said today that they're likely going to part ways with Bill Belichick after the season. That's not surprising. And I think Robert Kraft just done with Belichick, and it's over, though. It's over. Um,
Without the videotapes, nothing doing.
without the without the cheating, the videotapes, and Tom Brady, though, it's just a whole different team. I think Kansas City Chiefs win this game minus 10.
What's the
I
spread?
don't know.
Oh nah,
10.
give me New England.
Yeah, I'll take New England plus the 10. Kansas City Chiefs really never cover the spread really like that when you look at it. So
Yeah, and now they can't
uh
score. So
yeah, and they ain't got no receivers they can catch. So yeah, it's all bad. San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are underdogs at home plus 14. You keep looking at it and saying, where's San Francisco going to have a letdown game? But they just route teams. Um, I think it's here. I think it's here that Arizona Cardinals give them a little bit of go, and at least cover the spread. I don't think they win, but I think they at least cover the 14 points. I'll go with Arizona.
um, I think I'm gonna go Arizona too.
Okay. Washington Commanders at the Los Angeles
Loss,
Rams. Rams
loss.
played the Rams played the Ravens
Ravens.
tough, dog. They played them all the way to the wire, and they lost on a kick return by the Ravens. So, I think, from a a get right game, this is it. They're gonna wash the Washington Commanders coming off the bye. Ron gonna try to come up with some different scheme and approaches to the defense, and it's not gonna work. Rams minus the 7, easy work.
I don't think the Rams gonna win by 7 though. Give me the Commanders.
Okay. All right. It's in LA.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think they got
All
the
right.
offensive firepower to be washing nobody. Washington
Okay.
bad, but I don't think like they don't have no burners, and I think that's
Okay.
the super weak link for Washington.
Okay. Dallas Cowboys at the Buffalo Bills. This is a big game. Dallas
They're
coming
gonna
off the
smack the
huge
Bills.
win versus the versus the who they play this
Eagles.
week? They played the Eagles. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so they came off a huge win versus the Eagles. Now they're playing the Buffalo Bills. Bills coming off a big win against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh, I'm going with Buffalo minus the 2. I
I'm
think
going Dallas.
Buffalo is. I
It's,
think Buffalo is focused, and I think
they
they,
sorry and poorly coached.
they're not sorry, dog.
They saw what's their
They're
record?
not sorry.
What's their
They
record?
7-6.
That ain't sorry. If the Jets were 7-6,
The Jets, I not
the
seven and
Jets had
six ain't
Aaron
sorry,
Rodgers.
huh?
They got a call. If the Jets were 7-6, I told you they turned 500.
Hold on, you not entered the matrix.
Elite
You entered the
quarterback.
matrix. You breaking up. You in the matrix right now. No, see, even the ether don't even want to mess with that take. The Buffalo Bills is gonna beat the Dallas
You got a
Cowboys,
supposed to
dog.
be an upper echelon quarterback and you barely over 500.
No, when they had that. I think that's poor coaching more than like just the team being bad or sorry. Like it's one thing, like when you have your coach is sorry and he's like holding you back, like Brandon Staley is. But like they have players and they've been able to produce offensively and at times look good defensively. I just think it hasn't been sustainable and they haven't been consistent, and that's a problem. But I think that Dallas going to Buffalo and they not at home and it's not all weather's not 58 degrees where it's nice. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a different environment. I just think that bodes well for Buffalo, at least to win by 2 points. I'm not saying they're going to smash the Cowboys and the Cowboys not going to be able to do nothing, but I like the Buffalo. I like Buffalo's chances in this game. Then we got so you going with Dallas, I'm going with Buffalo. Baltimore Ravens at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Baltimore Ravens are favorite minus 3.5 against the Jaguars. Jaguars um, Trevor Lawrence played with the ankle issue. It was uncertainty if he was going to play. He didn't look like it was bothering him, but it took them a while to get their game plan flowing, and to be able to generate points, and just not enough to get the W last week. Baltimore with the big win. I'm going to go with Baltimore in this one, minus the 3.5. Aaron, who you got?
Baltimore, best team in the league. They about to finally get their chip, and Lamar gonna be able to tell everybody to, do what they need to do.
Okay. Baltimore minus the 3.5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. All right. Then we have, is this a Friday game? The Philadelphia Eagles at the Seattle Seahawks. Let me just make sure I'm not tripping on the game day. No, is that 18th? No, that's Monday. That's Monday night. Monday night. Philadelphia Eagles at the Seattle Seahawks. Monday night. Philadelphia Eagles are favorite minus 3.5. Wouldn't call it played a good game. What's his name? Lock.
Drew Lock, yeah.
Yeah, Drew Lock. He played all right.
And they still took that L.
Still took the L.
I'm gonna go. Man, Philly's struggling too. That's what 2 out of 3 games.
Yeah.
These Bama's been lost.
They gotta get right. They gotta get right.
But getting right might mean winning by a field goal. That half point. They should be Seattle. Where's the game again?
In Seattle.
I'm gonna go Seattle to cover.
I'm gonna go Seattle to cover 2 as well. All right, and those are our games for the week. Upset City. I'm gonna tell you right here. Upset jump might be. So you gotta look at it. This is how you pick the upset game of the week. I'm about to give y'all the formula, right? So you look at the team, you ask yourself this question, Aaron. What's the game that everybody expect the team to win? What's those 2 games that everybody expect the team to win?
Dolphins
One of them
is one of
one of
them.
them jumps is going to go the other way.
So Dolphins and then Kansas City.
Yeah, Dolphins in Kansas City. Them 2 is big tickets.
Because KC always help Vegas eat. Because people going to take the Chiefs because of Mahomes, but he never cover. Never
Yeah.
cover the spread.
Yeah. So that's one jump that's going to get you. Then you know what else too? When Vegas has a storyline to go with it, that jump helps them, like where it like feeds the storyline for itself. So the whole Bill Belichick he done after this season, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole storyline just just get you. I think San Francisco and the Arizona joint is another one that could be a little tricky because
I thought so too, but San Fran be out here whooping people ass, so it's hard to
they do
say
they do
that this gonna
they
be the
do
week
be whooping.
when they be out there
But
dominating.
again, but again, if they are going to lose, it's going to be to a division rival. You know what I'm saying? Arizona coming off a bye week. They do have a mobile quarterback that I feel like it give them some troubles. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just never know.
The
So
hard part is these Bama's have not lost without injuries. Like when Trent was out and Debo was out, or even when the quarterback was out, like they've lost games. But when they've had the full scope of the team, they're
oh
not
yeah.
losing regular
And
season games. Now Kyle gonna throw it when they get to the big game, like the Super Bowl or NFC Championship. He gonna overpass, try to get too much credit. He like that boy genius tag, and he gonna mess it up. But other than that, at this point, I don't think that's really gonna be a issue.
nah. All right. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Shout out to Where's Buffy. Shout out to Sports Talk Tasha, Lance J Radio. Shout out to Ben and Knows Best. My man Ben. Everybody who rock with us heavy. And we out.